It's Wednesday, April 16. In the headlines in local news, PBCJ launches new QR code initiative. CXC announces major changes that are being called the beginning of the end. In business news, the World Bank reports that 400,000 skilled Jamaicans have migrated over 40 years. Regionally, CXC introduces new regional qualification program. And in sports, Jamaica suffers loss in opening of West Indies under-15 match. This is the news on PBC Jamaica. I'm Brittany Clark. The Public Broadcasting Corporation of Jamaica, or PBCJ, has what can be described as Jamaica's first broadcast industry museum, which is now accessible by using QR codes. By utilizing QR codes, which are small, scannable square codes that link directly to digital content, the PBCJ has, through its technological leadership, made it easy for anyone with a desktop computer, laptop, tablet or smartphone to engage with its content from anywhere in the world. Marlon Samuels has more in this report.
In a world increasingly driven by technology, the PBCJ has positioned itself as an innovative leader in Jamaica and the Caribbean. They are doing so using QR codes. The fully integrated digital experience, linking historical artifacts and images with multimedia content is a game changer.
We aim to create a richer experience by inviting our audience to engage on a whole new level, transforming our exhibition into a digital format demonstrates our commitment to innovation and accessibility. We want to ensure that our invaluable history is available for future generations.
Key points of the QR code project. 1. Digital transformation converts a physical exhibition to an interactive digital platform with QR codes linking to rich multimedia content. Second point, easy access. Enhances accessibility, allowing anyone to engage with Jamaica's cultural heritage anytime, anywhere via mobile devices. 3. Cultural preservation. Safeguards artifacts and honors the people who helped shape Jamaica's broadcasting history for future generations. 4. Rich documentation. Documents the diverse narratives and contributions of individuals in Jamaica's broadcasting industry, providing vital resources for all. 5. Interactive engagement. It offers immersive experiences through videos, audio, and deeper insights, enriching visitors and understanding. 6. Educational value. It facilitates immediate access to supplementary learning materials, catering especially to tech-savvy younger audience, and that's so important.
By incorporating innovative technology into its physical exhibition, the PBCJ has set itself as an innovative leader.
It positions PBCJ as a leader in using technology for cultural preservation, setting a benchmark for institutions across the Caribbean. So, in conclusion, I want to commend PBCJ on the QR code project, which stands as a testament to the PBCJ's dedication to preserving and celebrating Jamaica's rich history and heritage.
The use of QR codes will not only help preserve Jamaica's vital history and culture, it will also allow for access and the building of collective memory. For the news on PBCJ, I am Marlon Samuels.
The Jamaica Carnival Road March will take place on Sunday, April 27, 2025 in Kingston, and based on last year's financial record, it's set to bring in millions of dollars into Jamaica's coffers. Tourism Minister Edmund Bartlett announced that the Carnival in Jamaica contributed approximately 95.4 billion Jamaican dollars to the economy in 2024, supporting around 115,247 full-time equivalent jobs across various sectors. He shared these findings at the Tourism Product Development Company TPDCO boardroom in Kingston on April 15.
The Economic Impact Assessment of Carnival in Jamaica, conducted by Dr. Michael Marshall of the University of the West Indies, evaluated the event's financial significance from 2018 to 2024. The study assessed the event's direct, indirect, and induced effects while also considering its investment potential for the government, private sector, and tourism stakeholders. Minister of Tourism Edmund Bartlett emphasized that this landmark study confirmed what many had long believed, that Carnival in Jamaica is not just a cultural celebration, but also a significant economic engine for the country. The assessment revealed that Carnival generated a direct economic impact of $4.42 billion in 2024, marking a 44.2% increase over 2019, which served as the benchmark year due to disruptions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic between 2020 and 2022. Taking into account the multiplier effect, the total economic contribution of Carnival in 2024 reached an impressive $95.4 billion. For every dollar invested in Carnival, the economy saw a $130 return. Minister Bartlett underscored that this remarkable return on investment illustrates the far-reaching benefits of investing in Jamaica's cultural industries. The economic benefits extended to employment as well. Carnival bands directly employed 55 full-time staff and engaged over 1,750 part-time workers in preparation for the event. Beyond the bands, the celebration supported approximately 115,247 full-time equivalent jobs throughout Jamaica in 2024, covering a wide range of sectors. Additionally, the Carnival generated $19.14 billion in income for Jamaican workers and businesses. Minister Bartlett also noted that the event attracted above 5,400 international visitors, with 75% of them hailing from the United States. This comprehensive assessment highlights the growing significance of Carnival in Jamaica as a key driver of economic activity, creating jobs and generating substantial income for the island's economy.
The Caribbean Examinations Council, CXC, has unveiled a series of significant changes aimed at transforming the region's leading assessment body. These changes mark what officials are calling the beginning of the end of CXC, as it has traditionally operated, as it shifts towards a future of greater regional impact. During a virtual press conference on Tuesday, Dr. Wayne Wesley, Registrar and Chief Executive Officer of CXC, announced that starting in January 2026, all examinations held during the January session will be offered electronically. The changes come as CXC seeks to modernize its assessment practices and ensure that its qualifications remain relevant in a rapidly evolving job market. Education remains front and center in Jamaica's national agenda, with over $188 billion earmarked this fiscal year to strengthen schools, support students, and transform the learning experience. From technology upgrades to infrastructure improvements, the Ministry of Education is making major investments to prepare young minds for the future. Here's more in this JIS feature.
Education is the cornerstone of a thriving society, and good education is holistic, with an eye on the needs of today and those of tomorrow. The government's role is to bring all necessary resources to bear to foster an environment of inclusive learning accessible to all citizens.
Excellence in education in Jamaica is a national objective.
Leading the national agenda is the Ministry of Education, Skills, Youth and Information. To undertake its mission in the 2025-26 fiscal year, the government has allocated over $188 billion across recurring needs and capital projects. The Central Ministry has a recurrent budget of $177.9 billion, the lion's share of it dedicated to the education portfolio. A total of $145.65 billion is budgeted for teaching, nutrition, classroom materials, and infrastructure needs of over 1,000 public education institutions, serving 700,000 students from the pre-primary to tertiary levels. It includes $928.57 million in maintenance grants to repair the physical facilities and equipment and buy furniture for early childhood, primary, and secondary schools. As the government continues to focus on technology in the classroom, a combined $200.8 million is allocated to provide ICT equipment and upgrade STEM-related science labs as well as computer labs.
We've put broadband internet access into over 680 schools now. Because if you want our children to feel like they're a part of the future, they have to have access to internet. That's a minimum. And so that work to put internet in our schools has been critical. We're also distributing smart boards across our schools so that our children can use that technology.
Inclusivity remains a priority. So $2.1 billion is also provided for special needs education services. Children can't learn on an empty stomach, so $8.9 billion is set aside for nutritional programs, while $380 million is on the books to fund transportation grants for students who are PATH beneficiaries. Under its youth portfolio, the ministry is providing $267.5 million as grants to various youth organizations. And one of two executive agencies under its oversight, the Child Protection and Family Services Agency, has a recurrent budget of $5 billion for child welfare initiatives. Meanwhile, the Jamaica Information Service, which has been newly integrated within the ministry, will operate on a $1.3 billion budget. Its other information agencies are allocated a combined $1 billion.
Time now for the business report with Denise Williams.
Welcome to today's business report. I'm Denise Williams, here to bring you the stories shaping the financial world and guiding your journey to smarter business decisions. Let's dive in to the top headlines. The World Bank 40-year research says that 400,000 skilled Jamaicans have migrated. The World Bank says the number of skilled Jamaicans who have migrated jumped from 91,700 in 1980 to 400,000 in 2010. The bank noted that teachers, nurses, and doctors accounted for the bulk of those leaving, while adding that there were 5,800 teachers with J1 visas in the USA during the year 2022, compared to 2,800 in 2017. Despite my experience in the supermarket, officially there was no change in Jamaica's overall inflation rate for March 2025, as the latest figures from the Statistical Institute of Jamaica show the All Jamaica Consumer Price Index held steady at 141.8, the same as in February. This was influenced by stability in prices for March, as mixed movements across key sectors balanced each other out. The index for housing, water, electricity, gas, and other fuels jumped by 2.4%, driven mainly by higher electricity bills and increased rent rates. But this was offset by a 1% drop in food and non-alcoholic beverages, due in large part to a sharp 4.9% fall in vegetable prices, including items such as cooking bananas and tubers. The transport category also helped ease the overall index, dipping by 0.2% due to lower petrol prices. Companies listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange have released financial results. Margaritaville Turks Limited unaudited financials for the 9 months ended February 28, 2025 reports an 89% increase in 9 months net profit. Innovative Energy Group Limited unaudited financials for the 9 months ended February 28, 2025 reports 9 months net profit of $112.03 million. One-on-One Educational Services Limited unaudited financials for the 6 months ended February 28, 2025 reports 6 months net profit of $18.39 million. Express Catering Limited unaudited financials for the 9 months ended February 28, 2025 reports 9 months net profit of US $3.22 million. For the trading period ending April 15, 2025, these were the most actively traded stocks. Toll road operator Trans-Jamaica Highway Limited Jamaican dollar shares with 6,419,996 units traded, representing 33.17% of market sales volume. Alternative energy provider Wigton Energy Limited with 3,663,046 units traded, representing 18.93% of market sales volume. Toll road operator Trans-Jamaica Highway Limited US dollar shares with 2,015,743 units traded, representing 10.41% of market sales volume. We now shift our focus to the Forex market rate set by the Bank of Jamaica. On April 15, 2025, the Bank of Jamaica reported US $60.45 million purchased and US $52.56 million sold by Forex traders. Forex traders earned $1.40 per dollar, selling the US at $158.57 and buying the US at $157.17. The Canadian dollar netted Forex traders $4.53 per transaction, with selling at $116.94 and buying at $112.41. The British pound yielded Forex traders $1.36 in profit, with selling at $209.18 and buying at $207.82. For our credit report tip of the day, in today's real estate market where prices are climbing faster than ever, the smartest buyers aren't just those with cash. They're the ones with strategic credit. A strong credit score gives you more leverage, better loan terms, and the ability to compete with confidence even when the market feels out of reach. So here are a few suggestions to help. Request credit limit increases. Increasing your available credit without increasing spending can reduce your utilization ratio. Another option, keep old accounts open. The length of your credit history is key. Old cards show stability and boost your score. And that wraps up today's business report. I'm Denise Williams, reminding you that every financial decision is a step toward your future. Until next time, stay focused, stay informed, and keep striving for success. See you soon.
In regional news, Barbados-based Caribbean Examinations Council is introducing a new qualification program aimed at addressing the unique learning needs of students across the region. The announcement was made during a news conference hosted by CXC on Tuesday. ABS News' Teresa Goodwin reports.
The Caribbean Targeted Education Certificate CTEC is designed to address the sharp decline in literacy and numeracy rates across the region and reflects CXC's commitment to more inclusive and responsive education solutions. Chief Executive Officer and Registrar of the Caribbean Examination Council, Dr. Wayne Wesley, outlines the modalities of the program.
This CTEC, along with the suite of credentials that we offer, will be our micro-credential and will be awarded to students who successfully achieve a module. Then this will lead up into our intermediate credential, which you're already familiar with, our CSEC and CAPE, which would be awarded to those who achieve a defined set of modules for a subject or the full subject going forward.
Dr. Wesley notes that the CTEC qualification will be built on a variety of approaches, including subject-based, skills-based, discipline-specific, and assessment-driven methods.
We have started this process with both English and mathematics, and just to say that the modularization of English and mathematics will be done across 3 modules, and each module will be assessed independently, and the combination of those 3 modules will provide for the award of the full certification. So for example, in mathematics, CTEC Award Module 1 will be achieved by a student at any point throughout their study.
A pilot of the CTEC qualification will be launched this September, and the first set of certificates will be awarded in 2026. Dr. Wesley also points to some of the expected benefits.
Ladies and gentlemen, the CTEC outcomes offer several benefits: that of a better equipped workforce, cluster of related and relevant competencies that students ought to acquire, the validation of progress and achievement as they progress through the school system, employment and/or matriculation, as well as maintaining the same standard of the qualification, catering to individualized goals.
Theresa Goodwin, ABS News.
CARICOM's top official is calling for urgent global action to tackle racial discrimination, ensure equal opportunity, and advance reparatory justice for people of African descent. Speaking at the United Nations in New York, Secretary General Dr. Carla Barnett reaffirmed CARICOM's commitment to addressing these long-standing injustices, warning that without intervention, the digital age could deepen the divide.
Inequitable access to AI tools and training further widens the digital divide, disadvantaging and leaving people of African heritage and their businesses ill-equipped to effectively compete in a rapidly evolving global economy in which AI is increasingly a critical factor. Reparations for Haiti continues to be central to CARICOM's reparations claim. April 2025 marks the bicentenary of the indemnity of 150 million francs imposed on Haiti by France as reparations for loss of property, including enslaved Africans, as a precondition for recognizing the island's independence. The negative economic and social effects of this historical injustice are painfully clear, with arguable links to the situation in Haiti today.
The Caribbean Court of Justice, CCJ, has a new judge. Nigerian-born Justice Chile Obo Husuji was officially sworn in at the President's house on Tuesday morning, replacing Justice Andrew Burgess from Barbados, who recently retired. Sunil Lala reports.
He served as the President of the International Criminal Court, the ICC, a legal advisor to the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, and conducted appeals before the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court of Canada. And now Justice Chile Obo Husuji has joined the Caribbean Court of Justice, the CCJ, filling the vacancy brought about by the recent retirement of Justice Andrew Burgess from Barbados.
So the court serves its purpose not only as a court for the CARICOM nations to resolve disputes arising from the Treaty of Jaguaramas, but also there is no need to look beyond the seas for a final court of appeal, given the quality of judges we have on that bench.
TNT's President Christine Kanglu described the appointment of the newest judge to the CCJ as a perfect match.
Among his many other accomplishments, Justice Ebo Osuji also has the distinction of having served as the 4th President of the International Criminal Court and is the first former judge of the ICC to be appointed to the CCJ. Justice Ebo Osuji and the CCJ are a perfect match.
Justice Ebo Osuji also responded to questions on whether he would like to see TNT having the CCJ as being the final court of appeal on all matters.
it should have already have happened. It's not about during my tenure. I think, as I said, I mean, Trinidad and Tobago is one of the leading nations in the region, and they could have led by that example to say, look, we're going to repatriate the administration of justice, our own administration of justice.
CCJ President Justice Adrian Saunders said the court received a total of 25 applications for the vacancy, mostly from the Caribbean, following which 5 were shortlisted, one being from Trinidad and Tobago.
It is only because this particular candidate was the best of the lot that we interviewed that we selected him. But I thought that it was not a bad thing at all that he hailed from Nigeria. He's been naturalized a Canadian. He's had his experience as president of the International Court of Justice, that he brings a certain level of experience and wealth of knowledge and wisdom to the court.
Justice Ibo Osuji received his PhD degree from the University of Amsterdam in the Netherlands, his LLM degree from McGill University in Canada, and also received his LLB degree from the University of Calabar in Nigeria. Sonolala, TTT News.
In sports, we put the spotlight on cricket. Jamaica got off to a rough start in the West Indies Rising Stars Under-15 Cricket Championship, falling to defending champions Barbados by 9 wickets at the Liberta Sports Club in Antigua on Tuesday. The young Jamaicans were bowled out for just 77 in 24.5 overs, with wicketkeeper Llewayne Price top scoring with 22. Barbados' Asher Branford led the charge with 4 wickets, while Joshua Thompson and Jahidi Hines took 3 each. The Bajans made light work of the target, reaching 78 for 1 in just 18 overs. Jamaica will look to bounce back when they face Guyana on Thursday at the Antigua Recreation Ground. Elsewhere, Windward Islands beat Leeward Islands by 8 wickets after chasing down 110 for 2. In other results, Guyana defeated Trinidad and Tobago by 6 wickets, reaching 171 for 4 in response to TNT's 168 all-out. TTT's Nazira Mohammed has the details.
Chasing 169 for victory, Guyana reached the target in 41.5 overs, finishing on 171 for 4. Richard Ramdehall led from the front with a composed, unbeaten 64 off 88 deliveries, while Brandon Henry chipped in with 39. The pair shared a match-winning 78-run partnership to guide Guyana over the line. Earlier, Trinidad and Tobago were bowled out for 168 in 48.5 overs. Jordan Julian top-scored with 53, and Davis Guerra made 32. Guyana's bowling attack shared the wickets evenly, with Ramsamy, Fraser, Mackenzie, Latif and Henry all claiming 2 wickets each. Ethan Ramcharan was the pick of the bowlers for Trinidad and Tobago, finishing with 2 for 36, while Jaden Sadafal and Sanjeev Bechu took a wicket each. In other scores, Barbados defeated Jamaica by 9 wickets at Liberta Sports Club. Jamaica posted 77 all-out in 24.5 overs. Llewayne Price top-scored with 22. Bowling for Barbados, Asher Branford was the pick of the bowlers, with figures of 4 for 20, followed by Joshua Thompson with 3 for 14 and Jahidi Hines with 3 for 16. Barbados reached their target of 79 in 18 overs, with Hines not out on 28 and Javion Batson next best with 22. Andrew Lloyd took the lone wicket for Jamaica for figures of 1 for 12, while the Windward Islands defeated the Leeward Islands by 8 wickets. Batting first, the Leeward Islands posted 109 all-out in 29.4 overs. Jathan Edwards top-scored with 23. Janil Williams, 3 for 21, and Jordan Charles, 3 for 27, were the Windward's top bowlers. Alex Armstrong led the Windward's run chase with an unbeaten 47, while Derwin Lewis added 25, as they reached 110 for 2 in 25.5 overs. Jathan Edwards took the sole wicket for the Leewards to finish with figures of 1 for 33.
That's the news on PBCJ. You can follow us on our social media platforms at PBC Jamaica. Thanks for watching.